There's a compromise here in as much as the device right at the bottom is an infrared absorption device. What most people don't realize is that there already is a greenhouse effect. And what we're talking about is just a growth in that greenhouse effect. So the reality is already there. It's a matter of the extent to which that reality will be exacerbated.
Regents professor William Jim Shuttleworth is a pioneering global expert on hydroclimatology. He is one of only 5 U.S. scientists to earn the International Hydrology Prize, regarded as the top award in the field.
Today we're going to be talking about...
Shuttleworth is a member of the UA Department of Hydrology and Water Resources, as well as the Department of Atmospheric Sciences.
What I have learned is the importance of biology and ecology in hydrology. Plants play a really important role in controlling the exchanges between what happens at the ground and what happens in the atmosphere. And recognizing that, understanding it, describing it theoretically, putting it into models is really what I'm about.
Shuttleworth began his career as a nuclear physicist, but an interest in natural phenomena has been with him since his childhood in the UK.
I was brought up on a little farm in the Lake District in Cumbria, and when you're chasing sheep across a mountain, you get to know the environment pretty well, you know.
When it comes to understanding global climate change, one fact stands out. Water vapor is an even more important greenhouse gas than the carbon dioxide produced from burning fossil fuels.
Understanding the effect of changes in the amount of water in the atmosphere is the biggest challenge that global change scientists face. Estimates must now be realistic.
Shuttleworth has developed the theory and tools to understand and better predict these changes.
He's one of the grandfathers of atmospheric, biospheric interactions, and one of the first people to make the kinds of measurements we now make routinely around the world. He was the first person of anybody to make measurements like that in the Amazon in the mid-1980s.
You get used to the heat, you get used to the sweating, you get used to the flies and the spiders and the snakes. I guess the best hour in the field was walking back from the first tower I built in the Amazon with a can of beer in my hand. What you're trying to measure is all the energy in the solar spectrum.
Thanks to Shuttleworth, the science has become more sophisticated. The National Science Foundation recently awarded him and his team more than $5 million to examine the subtle moisture records in the soil left by cosmic rays.
The National Science Foundation panel that approved this award mentioned specifically that it was a very impressive team of both high-energy young faculty like me and sort of wise old-timers. And they didn't mention Jim specifically, but he was who they were referring to.
Shuttleworth uses one of the largest scientific tools in the world to develop his predictive models, Biosphere 2, north of Tucson.
The way that we're using it now is to challenge the models that we developed in the Amazon.
That Biosphere 2 is actually an analog for the way that Jim works. He has a lot of field experience, but he also works with the modeling people, because it is really important to this communication. Maximum temperature limitation.
In addition to being a cutting-edge scientist, Shuttleworth has also managed to be a devoted father.
I have 4 sons and a daughter. With the 4 sons, I went to football matches. Used to cheer the Desert Swarm when they were in action there with my youngest son. When my daughter came along, she was more interested in ballet. And so I joined Tucson Regional Ballet, and I've been in the Nutcracker now for at least 12 years, I think.
Stop. Oh, wait. This is so good. Yes.
I don't think I would be able to list all the benefits of working with him. All the opportunities that he actually gave to me, for example, going to conferences, meetings. I spent some time at NASA Goddard, working with people there that I wouldn't be able to do it if it was not with him.
How are you guys getting on with that problem set? moisture dependent.
You tell them things and they go away and come back and tell you new things. It's wonderful. We learn as much from the students as they learn from us.
This is what I'm actually saying, depending on side.
Thank God. I mean, otherwise we're dead, right?
Jim Shuttleworth is one of many scientists who are working on the grand challenges we must come together and solve as a global culture.
I believe that universities are here to take risks on behalf of society, some of which pay off. And when it does, it's really exciting.